Now, we're going to stand. We're not going to sit down here today. You don't mind, do you?
Oh, no.
No. You know, Tiny, we really, I just hate to call you Tiny.
Oh, that's wonderful. Huh? Oh, I love that.
Do you? Oh, Tiny, and look
at all of his hair.
We have the same problem, hair. You got too much and I ain't got enough.
Oh, well, of course I have a lot of pumpkin seeds and lots of apples and raw vegetables.
Oh, is that
and
what
of
you
course
eat?
I wash it and rinse it every day.
Oh, you wash and rinse your hair every day? Well, it looks beautiful. Let me see. Oh, that's gorgeous. I think this is wonderful. Tiny Tim, let me ask you, before we talk about this, your name, Tiny Tim. Now, what do you ever tell your real name?
Well, yes, well, everyone in Manhattan knows that it's Herbert Corey.
Herbert Corey. That is your real name. Yeah. Now, how long have you been going by the name of Tiny Tim?
Since 1963. That's one of my many managers who I had at the time, Mr. George King. He was a great fan of Charles Dickens, and he decided to give me the name.
Yeah, very good. Well, let me ask you a question. Now, you're really a phenomenon in show business. When did you really start to click? I mean, when did people start to notice you? How did you get on Laugh-In? Tell me about this. When did you start? You've been in show business a long time, haven't you?
Yeah, well, I've been over 18 years. The thing, at least that much. I would say the first big break, the biggest of all, came in 1967. When I was working at this discotheque in New York called The Scene.
The Scene.
And one day Mr. Mo Austin, who was the general manager of Reprise Records, came down and he just liked what he saw and he signed me up.
You liked what he saw? Now, look at Tiny Tim. Are you putting people on, or is this an act, or tell us a little bit about it. Your tiptoe through the tulips,
I can't even talk again this morning.
Come on down, honey. You want a picture of Tiny? Come on, you can get a picture of it. He doesn't mind. But is this an act, or tell me?
Yeah, well, I really mean everything I do. Anyone else can think what they want.
Sure.
But the thing is, I know within, and the good Lord knows, that everything that I do is sincere. However, I don't blame people for thinking what they do, because everyone has a free mind.
Well, sure.
It's up to me to prove whether it's true or not.
Yeah, I guess that's right. I don't know what he said, but by golly, it sounded pretty good, didn't it? Well, I imagine you've had other people ask you that in interviews. If you're putting people on.
Right.
But this is just the way you are, and that's the way you sing. And now, we have a drummer here, Tiny Tim, whose name is Marvin Cox, who does a great imitation of you. I thought maybe you boys might do a duet this morning.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
You would? I shouldn't ask, but what is this you have in your thing there?
This is my little ukulele.
Your little ukulele. Oh, God love that little ukulele.
Listen, that ukulele has brought you fame and fortune, has it not?
Well, I've been mighty fortunate.
Yes. How many times were you on Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In?
Say about at least 4 times.
Did you sing every time you were on? Yeah, did you? Are you going to sing this morning?
Oh, if no one minds, I'd love to.
Oh, well, here, can we help you here?
Is that the only instrument you play? Just your ukulele?
No, Miss Bonnie Lou. I also play the guitar and the...
Do you really?
And the piano a little bit.
Do you?
And,
he does have beautiful hair. It really doesn't look that on television. It is real. I didn't think it was his.
Well, I do rinse and wash it every day.
Do you really?
And only limitations, forbid me to say what kind of shampoo and rinse I use.
Oh, I see.
You use a certain rinse, huh? Is that what makes
You're not allowed to say what kind it is?
Well, if you let me, I will.
Sure.
Well, I always brush my hair about 100 times a day.
Do you?
I
did too, and look at me.
With my Elizabeth Arden hairbrush. And also I use Breck shampoo for dry hair. And, also Breck cream rinse.
Rinse, that's what you use. Well, absolutely lovely. And I tell you, Tiny Tim, I'm very envious of all that hair. Why do you just wear it down like that? Is this just part of your trademark, right?
Yeah, well, it falls naturally in place. I know.
Mine falls naturally in place, too, in the sink.
Thanks. Well, I really believe the secret of keeping the hair is definitely to rinse it and wash it every day, because even as we sit in the house, if we take a black window shade and let the sun come through, we see the dust which comes through it. And the same it is even with the hair. The more, as we stand here, as we walk and do our daily chores, dust collects and clogs the pores. And by washing and rinsing it every day, you let the pores breathe again.
Oh. Well, I'm going to start trying that. However, I'm sure it's too late, but I'm going to try. What, you used to tell me backstage that you had a song here about Ohio.
Yes, and no one minds my doing it. Now, of course, besides the high voice, I also have living spirits that live within me. I can't imitate, but these are souls that live within me. Many great artists in the past. From 1902, Byron G. Harlan, the first American pioneer song, Irving Kaufman, Henry Burr.
And they're all living inside you.
Inside of him, they're there.
These are their spirits living inside. And that's, well, can you sing? Is that why you can imitate their voices?
Well, I feel at first I can't imitate, but I feel, them coming on when I do their numbers.
You feel it coming on?
Yeah, like in 1924, Mr. Irving Kaufman did this number about Ohio.
Irving Kaufman did this. Well, would you mind going over here to this microphone? I don't want to bother you, Tiny, but let's just go over here, and there you are. You want that down a little bit? Okay, went down a little bit. Is that all right?
Thank you, Mr. Paul.
Would you like to do it on the love seat? Huh? All right, love seat. Anybody for the love seat with Tiny? Oh, everybody loves somebody sometime. Bonnie, you sit down and hold the microphone. I'm not going to sit down there. I'm going. All right, okay. Slide over, Tiny. Would you all be quiet so this man can render his song? It's about Ohio.
Yes, it was written in 1924 by Mr. Walter Donaldson, who also wrote such great songs as Tired of Me. I love to wake up in the morning and hear the birdies say good morning, the way they used to say good morning in my Ohio home. I love to wander mid the roses and greet my sweetie mid the roses. I love to see her mid the roses in my Ohio home. Got to thinking it over at the close of the day. Got to thinking of clover and a new mown hay, and say, I love to wander in the moonlight and meet my sweetie in the moonlight. I love to meet her in the moonlight in my Ohio home. Believe me, gal of mine, you got away from me, from the thing that I love so. But hear me, I'm coming back to the place I love the most, you know. Look here, I love to wander mid the moonlight and greet my sweetie in the moonlight. I love to meet her in the moonlight in my Ohio.
How about that? Oh. Well, now, Tiny, that's... More, yeah, more. You know, listen, well, that's that change of voice, but I'm going to say, that sounded like a real old-time singer, old-time record. Is that what it's supposed to be?
Yeah, well, that's what I really feel.
That you feel that.
Yeah,
His spirit is inside you.
Definitely.
Uh-huh. Well, I certainly enjoyed sitting on the love seat with you, Tiny.
Thank you. It was nice.
Yes. Well, now, listen. You got to do your we'll talk about your book in a second, but you've got to do your very, very famous Tiptoe Through the Tulips. You'd love to do that, wouldn't you? And can you do it right over here with this one, or is that all right? Okay. Tiny Tim, Tiptoe Through the Tulips. Now, Marvin, I would like to have you stand up over there. Can you bring that mic up, Marvin?
Yeah, I can bring it up.
Bring it up, and I would like to have you, before Tiny does it, I'd like to have you give him your impression of how he does this song. I hope you don't mind this, Tiny Tim. He may be a little nervous, but are you
very nervous.
Are you ready to go now? He's done this before on our show.
After...
Where's your hair?
You don't use brackets.
No, he doesn't use brackets. Put it on, Marvin. Okay. Oh, he's got his tulip out. You're a good sport. Okay, now, let's go.
Can we do it a little faster than usual? Tiptoe through the tulips, through the tulips, tiptoe, tiptoe through the tulips.
I don't really believe that sounded like you at all, do you?
He does sound nice.
He does sound nice. Marvin, you do sound nice. All right, Tiny, here's Tiny Tim now, the song that he made for whatever he did to this song.
Oh, tiptoe through the window, by the window, that is where I'll be. Come tiptoe through the tulips with me. Oh, tiptoe from the garden, by the garden, on the willow tree. Come tiptoe through the tulips with me. In flowers we'll stray, we'll keep the showers away, and if I kiss you in the garden, in the moonlight, you'll fall in me and tiptoe through the tulips with me.
Tiny Tim, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, Tiny, before you leave now, actually, why he is in town here, and he's, as I say, we've got to let him go so we can get up to Dayton to the Phil Donahue show. But why he's really here is that he's promoting his new book. You know, we're two of a kind. We're authors. I'm an author too.
Oh, great. What book have you written, Mr. Paul?
I have written a little thing called Paul Baby, and you know it's about the show and about Bonnie and the band and Colleen and things happen here on the